I started making a video last year. As Lunar New Year is approaching in a couple of weeks, I wanted to create a hot sauce that would be perfect to go on the table, to eat with Buuz here in Mongolia, and share it with your friends and your family. So let's go back last year when I started picking fresh chilies from my greenhouse. Now that I have picked all the chilies from the greenhouse, we can start to prepare this, because this is going to be a fermented hot sauce. There are three types of chilies that I've chosen for this hot sauce today. The first one is the perfect habanero. I'm sure you are very familiar with this chili. It comes in about 100 to 300 Scovilles. So it's a pretty hot chili. It's not a super hot, but it is a really, really classic chili. I wanted this to be a little bit hotter. So what we have here is we have the Dorset Naga. The Dorset Naga comes in about 800 to 1.6 million Scovilles. So a much hotter chili. I'm also going to add in a couple of Carolina Reapers. These are up to about 2.2 million Scovilles. So they're extremely, extremely hot. These chilies together, the combination of flavors are going to be absolutely fantastic. Plus, it's going to have some extreme heat with the Carolina Reapers. So what I have here is pretty much 50-50 of the habaneros and the Dorset Nagas. And I have about 10% of Carolina Reapers, which we're going to mix into it. So first thing we need to do is we need to weigh out all these ingredients so we know exactly how many chilies that we have. And then start to add in all the chilies. 1,094 grams. So now that we have the weight, it's just over 1 kilo. Because we're going to do the vacuum seal bag method, we're going to only use 2% salt, and then 2% of 1 kilo is 20 grams. So I'm going to put in there 21 grams of salt. When you're dealing with chilies, especially super hot chilies, it's a very good idea to wear some gloves so you don't touch anything and get burning in the wrong place. Woo! The smell. Now that we have all the chilies cut up, we can measure out the salt and mix it in. We wanted to use 2% salt for the weight of the chilies. What we're going to use also is Himalayan rock salt. You can use sea salt, but you don't want to use an iodized table salt. So we want to have 20 grams. Okay, just going to change this into a bigger bowl and mix the salt through. Now that we've mixed it through, we can transfer it to our vacuum seal bag. So here we have a vacuum seal bag. It's a really nice way to ferment. You get a really, really good result. The only downside is that you can't reuse the plastic. What I'm going to do first as well is just spray a little bit of the bag with a acid-based non-rinse sterilizer, because I don't know exactly where this bag has been. So I'm just going to give it a little bit of spray. You don't need to rinse it, so that's good. And then we can fill it up. Try to get as much of the air out as possible. There we go. So now we have our chilies salted and nicely sealed up. I'm just going to go stick this in a place that is about 20-21 degrees for the next month or so. Of course, as this starts fermenting, the lactobacillus is going to start to spread in here, and it's going to gas out carbon dioxide. Once the bag starts to swell a little bit, I can make a little cut here, take some of that air out and reseal it, and that will be fine. So when this is finished fermenting, we can come back and we can make our hot sauce. All I'm going to do now is just label it up, and we'll be back when this is finished fermenting. Looking forward to it. It has been over a month and a half, and these chilies have eventually fermented out. They are looking absolutely fantastic. I had to actually snip this bag twice as it expanded completely full. It definitely fermented very heavily, and they look absolutely fantastic. So let's open it up, have a smell, and see what we got to work with. First thing I'm going to do is just spray it a little bit with Star San, non-rinse sanitizer. Let's open it up. Ooh! That smell of fermented chilies is just absolutely gorgeous. So what we want to do now is we actually want to get this in the mixer and blend it all up. Now that it's mixed up, before I want to add any spices or vinegars or things like that to it, I want to check the pH. That's going to give me a good idea of how well this fermented out, so that I can make sure that this will be shelf stable. For the other ingredients, I want to balance out the sauce as best as I can. So all I'm going to do is add a little bit of garlic, black pepper, and cumin with some white vinegar and some apple cider vinegar mixed inside. Now that we finished mixing it, I've put it into a pot. We're going to do the pasteurization process. So I'm going to bring it up to around 85 degrees and hold it there for around 5 or 10 minutes. Then it'll be ready to bottle, and I know that this sauce will be shelf stable for a long time. Now that we finished the pasteurization stage, what I want to do with this sauce is just want to add a little bit of xanthan gum, not very much. That's just going to help to emulsify the sauce so that it doesn't separate very quickly in the bottle. To do that, I have the mixer. I'm just going to take a ladle, put a little bit in the mixer with some xanthan gum, mix it up so it doesn't get any lumps in it, and put it back in and cook it for another 2 or 3 minutes. Finally, the sauce is done. All we need to do now is sterilize and sanitize some bottles, get them in, throw some labels on, and we can come back and we can try the sauce. It smells absolutely amazing. I'm really looking forward to this sauce. Finally, the sauce is finished. We have bottled it up, we have labeled it. A new sauce, Haba Naga, which is going to be perfect, I think, for Lunar New Year's.
Yep.
And for having on the table with bots. So no better way to try the sauce than actually to try it with bots, so we know what it's going to be like for our friends and our family on Lunar New Year.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, let me try.
Okay.
First. I love.
I'm just going to put it directly on.
All right.
Okay.
Woo.
Cheers.
Like this.
Cheers.
Yeah,
Wow.
definitely worked.
Got some spice to it. Ooh. Very nice. The combination between habanero, Dorset Naga, and Carolina Reaper, they absolutely complement each other a lot. The habanero is very fruity, citrusy, and floral. The Dorset Naga also has a little bit of a smokiness to it, kind of like hints of pineapple and orange, with the Carolina Reaper being much hotter. But the Carolina Reaper has got a little bit of citrus, a little bit of orange, and a little bit of cinnamon in it. And those combinations just work perfectly.
Yeah, hits comes after it.
Yeah, that's the Carolina Reaper. That kind of lingers in the background.
Yeah. Definitely best with the buds.
Definitely best with the buds.
Cool.
No hot sauce. Wow, okay. We
No
enjoy
hot
this.
sauce.
We have a couple of these bottles available for you guys so that you can have them on your Lunar New Year table and enjoy that with your friends and your family. We'll put a link in the description on our Facebook page. You're welcome to try it out. Let us know what you think.
Yeah.
This is probably the last sauce video we're gonna make for the season. Till next year, we'll have 1 or 2 more sauces coming out, a little bit of surprises, some experiments maybe, but that you will see on our Facebook page. Guys, we love you to bits. Thank you so much for supporting our family and our dreams, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
It's gonna be
nice.
It's gonna be a hot Lunar New Year.
I think our guest will need lots of water. Jammer Nico. Je mest på ett bästa. Flemmy.
Det.